has been in business for over 25 years. Their clients include such businesses as Quicksilver, Bass Pro Shops, the Hyatt Hotels, and even the Department of Fish and Game. They specialize in custom aquariums from 100 gallons to 20,000 gallons and have traveled all over the United States delivering that service. For all your fish tank needs, contact Rick Barboza or Martin Kendrick at Reef Systems, Inc., 714-751-FISH. That's 714-751-3474. We're Alive, a story of survival. Chapter 3, The New Arrivals. Part 2 of 3.
Well, Pegs is going to start setting up so that when they do get back, we just need to add
Is this all you Oops. What do you mean, oops?
What happened?
One of them was just close to the edge. It just fell off.
Oh, well, if that's...
It sees us.
Yeah, but it may not know how to get us. After all, it is only one.
What is it doing?
I don't know. Oh, shit. It's calling others. There's more coming.
Michael! There must be hunters out there!
One who can... Go on. Coming in. We can't let him through.
Pull up over here.
This is our last stop?
Yeah, but I saved the best for last.
Oh, shit. Locked and loaded. I didn't know they had one of these in L.A.
It was pretty far off, but worth the drive. I just remembered it was here.
Hell yeah. Oh, damn it. It's been raided.
Looks like someone had our same idea. Well, grab every kind of ammunition you can. I don't care if it matches our rifles or not.
Here's a little .22 rifle.
Better than nothing. Add it to the pile.
This really sucks. I figured there would be more than this
People
left.
panicked and grabbed everything they could.
What time is it?
Almost 5:30. We should probably start heading back before it gets too dark.
Well, I think we scrounged as much as we... Wait. Hey, check this out. A safe.
Anything in it?
Nada. It's empty. Shit. Wait. What's back here? Hey, this door's locked.
It's just a bathroom.
Yeah, but someone locked themselves in.
Anyone in here? See? Nothing.
I thought I heard something.
You heard nothing. Now, come on, let's just go.
Cover me. I want to break it open.
That'll be loud. Come on, let's just not...
See? Told you someone was inside.
But he's already dead. What are you doing? Get away from him.
Maybe he's not. Shit. He's alive. Get the medic bag from the Hummer. Hurry.
Saul, look at him. He's way too far gone. Don't waste what we have.
Fine, I'll go get the bag. Look at him. We have to give it a shot. He's still one of us. Look at his eyes.
Even if we could stabilize him, he's just going to slow us down.
You just don't get it, do you?
What are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing? I'm starting him on an IV.
We don't have many of those saline bags. Don't waste them.
I'm not. Will you just shut up and watch my back?
Fine, he's your burden.
Whatever. Michael would have done the same thing.
Yeah, but he's not here. He's probably back at the tower drinking it up, surrounded by ladies.
Shoot that bitch in the face! You two hammer the nails back into that board. It's starting to come loose.
That's the last of the nails.
Keep getting shit and push it up against the windows and the doors. Don't let him inside.
There are too many, Michael. Every time I shoot one, another one pops back up in its place.
How many rounds you have left?
Like 15.
I'm out of ranks for the Beretta.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know.
Michael, what is the plan?
We'll do whatever you need us to do. Just let us know.
We're behind you, Michael.
I don't know. I'm out of ideas.
But you have to have another plan.
Don't. They're through. Everyone in the stairwell. Thanks a lot, Pegs.
She can't hear you. She's upstairs crying her eyes out because of all this. She thinks it's her fault.
Well, it is.
This door can't hold up much longer. It's starting to splinter. I know. We can brace up between the doors and the stairs.
But how long is that going to hold? Damn it! Why did Saul and Angel have to leave? Instead, they left me with a bunch of civilians who can't do shit.
Shut your mouth.
Excuse me?
You heard me. Shut up.
You have some nerve telling me...
You're the one with some nerve. We have been behind you this whole time. What would a Saul or Angel have done that we couldn't?
The tower hasn't even been secure for more than a few days, and it's already over.
I'm with Datu. You need to shut up. We are here, and we're not going anywhere, and we are not giving up. We may not be trained as well as you are, but we're more than willing to fight and keep fighting. You can either help us or go join Pegs crying in the corner.
I stood there thinking for what felt like a long time. In reality, it only took a second to realize what I had done, the person I had become, and what I had done to the people around me. Over the last few days, I had given them hope in something that I myself didn't have much faith in, but they were willing to fight for.
So what's it gonna be? Are you gonna go upstairs, or are you gonna help us keep those fuckers out?
Datu, grab the rest of the boards upstairs. If we wedge them up, we can buy some time.
Oh, so you're with us now.
Yeah. Let's just hope that Saul and Angel get back soon.
He was totally hypoglycemic. He must have been in the bathroom for some time.
For an old man, he sure is heavy.
Or you're just weak.
You could have taken the revolver out of his hand.
You try and take it out. He's got a death grip on that thing. Careful.
What time is it?
Almost 7.
Damn it. We won't make it back to the tower in time.
Why not?
You really want to risk navigating through all those cars with all those things after us when it's pitch black out?
All right. Well, in the meantime, we need to fuel up.
Check the map. Are there any gas stations with diesel in the area?
There's a tank around back. You can fill up.
Whoa. Easy there, Gramps. Save your strength.
Well, do it. Then I say we pitch a tent here tonight.
I ain't sleeping in the Hummer. That thing is slammed with crap. Poor Gramps there has to lay across bags of topsoil.
It's burden, and I don't mind.
Hey, get out of our stuff.
It used to be my stuff. He didn't grab much ammo.
There wasn't much left.
Those bastards raided me good.
Who?
Go inside and open my safe. The code is 5622-1.
We were just in there. Your safe is empty.
Not that one.
He's our code again.
Well, the store is all broken out. The security gate won't close. I think the roof is our best option tonight. We can lock that ladder so no one else can get up.
Yeah, we'll do that. But first, I'll fill up the Hummer. You go try and find that safe. I don't suppose you have a key, do you, Gramps? That's what I thought. Bolt cutters it is. I don't know about you, Bert, but I think it's kind of fucked up how first he was going to leave you, then after I save you, he gets to go find the safe with the... Holy shit. Angel!
What? What is it?
What old Bert had in his backyard. You think that generator's big enough for us?
Wow. That's huge. I think that's more than what we'll need. I'll help you hook up the trailer in a sec. But good old Bert has more surprises. Come here.
Wait, you think he'll be okay out in there?
This will just take a sec.
You find that safe?
Well, no, it wasn't a safe.
Oh man, that sucks.
It's more like a room.
I think I just wet myself.
Bert is officially my new best friend.
Claymores, grenades, MP5 assault rifles. Is this a 50 cal? Holy shit, he got a whole fucking arsenal in
There's
here.
more here than we can fit into the Hummer, so let's just grab what we can for now. We'll come back later for more, and let's do it quick before it gets any darker.
Just wait till Michael sees all this.
The door can't hold on much longer. We need to do something.
All right, Notapool's ready.
What's your plan?
Well, obviously Saul and Angel aren't coming back tonight. Knowing them, they wouldn't risk traveling in the dark, which means we need to buy some time. I need a volunteer who knows the area well enough to go with me.
Well, I do, I suppose. Todd and I did not live far from here.
Good. I have 2 cars downstairs with full tanks of gas. We need to draw as many as we can away from the tower. If they continue like this, we won't last the night. It just may buy us some time.
I can do that.
We'll both drive in opposite directions. You go first and then I will. We'll circle around and meet up at Thompson's Market a few blocks over. If Angel follows the plan, he should be there right now. We'll grab him and head home.
What can we do?
You, Riley, and anyone else you can find, start sealing off the stairwell entrances as best you can. If they get past this door, we have another rock to break the wave.
Okay, we're on it.
Finding Lizzie as a volunteer seemed too easy. I had the feeling that she'd do whatever she could to kill as many of those things as possible. Revenge can be a powerful motivator, but also a dangerous one. Drive safely, but as fast as you can. There's a lot of obstacles once you get to the main road.
I'll be fine. See you soon.
Come on, take the bait. Yes! All right, get ready with the gate. Shut it quickly.
All right, you're all set.
Come on, you want some? Come get some! Oh yeah, come on, you want some? I can't wait for this. Bring it, I'm ready. They better be there.
Join us again Monday for the next episode of We're Alive. And now, a word from our sponsors. Elisa Elliott is an acting coach in Los Angeles with a degree in drama from Yale University. She gives private acting lessons, group acting classes, and industry coaching in LA to beginners, professionals, children, and adults. Her one-on-one coaching sessions are great if you are just starting out, preparing for an audition, or want to fine-tune your skills. Elisa's kept her classes small to give you an intimate opportunity to work with and learn from other talented actors while still benefiting from one-on-one coaching. Her goal is to give you the personal attention, acting techniques, and career guidance that you need to reach your full potential as an actor. For more information or to schedule a free consultation, contact her at 310-230-5233. To find out more or become a sponsor, visit www.thezombiepodcast.com or free on the iTunes Store, keyword We're Alive. Starring Jim Gleason, Nate Gies, Shane Salk, Claire Doden, Elisa Elliott, Jay Olegario, Manly Woods, Blair Byhauer, Nico Marvin, and Tammy Klein, featuring Michael Swan. Written and directed by Casey Wayland. Associate producer Jason Scott. Print editor Blythe Hill. Composers Katie Wayland and Ron Gallagher. Producer Shane Salk. Casey Wayland. This has been a Wayland production.
Hello and welcome to Apartment 2C. I am your host, Tony Rey, and I am joined today by probably our most anticipated guest. I am very excited. We have in studio today Nate G's. Oh yeah, round of applause. Come on.
Whistle, but I was going to whistle into the mic.
Yeah.
Is it customary for the person being clapped to the clap to?
Yeah, no, you
like,
should clap.
Should I like do you?
Just fills in the blanks.
Do you? Is that what you do?
You do.
Yeah. Otherwise, she's sitting there like.
Yeah.
Yes. Applaud for me. Applaud for me.
I'm just here.
And of course, the genius man himself, Casey Wayland. Casey, thank you again for being here. You run the show. You have to be here. Without you, we couldn't even get into the building.
Oh, that reminds me.
I'm glad you're here.
I have notes. I gotta
What?
make sure I have.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we're going to talk about what we just heard. It is The New Arrivals, part 2 of 3. Very cool episode. We had some action going down. Met a new character. A lot of things to discuss.
Yeah.
I'd like to discuss I hate Angel even more this week. I feel like what Apartment 2C has become is just a progression of me hating Angel even more, loving you even more.
Thank you.
And Michael somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, Michael screws up in this one a lot
He
too.
does, he does.
This is one of those like weird things where it's like all the civilians naturally will trust a soldier, but a soldier will not naturally trust civilians with safety and security. So it's like we're now seeing the pendulum swing the other way, where now he has to trust the civilians as much as his fellow soldiers because they're not always going to be there for him, as we learn later in the story.
Yeah.
You know, they go out, they have to do stuff sometimes. So
That's cool though. I understand. I appreciated that. It shows Michael's a little human. He makes mistakes. He definitely
He's
made
a lot of
mistake.
human.
Yeah. He really pissed off Datu. You don't see Datu getting that upset all the time.
no,
And
shut your mouth.
you know, I wasn't gonna put him on blast, but yeah, it was pretty ridiculous how he said that. So it was exciting. We met Bert.
Yes, finally we could talk about him. We haven't been able to talk about him
finally
yet.
talk about Bert. Bert's kind of you and Bert have a really cool relationship the whole
the whole
series.
thing. And Marvin's such a cool dude to work with.
Yeah.
Like, he always brought that energy. Yeah, I loved it. And it was like kind of like Bert was I don't know how you wrote it, but like the way I interpreted it, Bert was like that on the one side of like, you know, like those character triangles. Like on the one side of Saul was Michael, and he's like, oh yeah, okay, cool. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is what we're supposed to do. And the other side is Bert, and it's like, yeah, this is what I really want to do. And Saul was in the middle. Like he didn't go quite as roguish as Bert would go, but he wasn't quite as, you know, I guess military.
Yeah. I think in that column where it's like perfect evil, you're like in between.
Yeah, in between the two, and that's what I love, because up until then it was Angel, Saul, and Michael, and nobody really liked Angel. Let's be honest.
No. I don't think Angel liked Angel. Really, there's a lot of personal hate going on there.
Officers, you know, he was fresh out of OCS. I'm making excuses, but yeah, that's how officers are.
Yeah. And for all the fans who are just watching this for the first time and have never actually seen your face, for me personally, because I was a huge fan of the show when I first did that first live show. So when I first see you talk in real life, it's like, holy shit, that's Saul. Holy shit, that's Saul. Oh, he's like he's got a full human body and he's talking. He's in real life, because you know your personality. I think your natural personality really shines through in this character, and it's cool to see you in person. It's creepy, but
I want to believe, and this might be my own egotistical viewpoint of life, but I want to believe that Casey had a totally different viewpoint of Saul, and then he met me and he was like, nope, I'm going to scrap that one and make him. That's it. That's what I see every time I see Saul, is him.
Is that true, Casey?
You know what? I can't separate the two anymore, to be quite honest with you. Like, really, once you got in my head, there was no removing it. Like, it was. I think
you sound like my ex-girlfriend.
Oh. Well, I didn't mean to bring up that, but by about episode 3, I think right around here is when we're starting. I think especially when we get into chapters 4 and 5. That's when it was inseparable. That's when, because these episodes here are still very new, still learning everybody's voice, and that's one of those things as like a writer, one of the greatest things.
I don't want to ruin it for him, but is that the dog?
Yeah. That doesn't mean anything. We'll just leave it up there. Anyway, covering that up.
Sorry, just make sure.
I was just saying that, like, when you're a writer and you can hear the characters in your head, that's half the job. So, like, the great thing about doing audio drama, especially progressively, is you get to put those voices to the page and then continue to write for them. And that was, like, for me as a learning, because I'll be honest, I kind of learned as a writer through We're Alive, that would open huge avenues of creativity for me. Like, you have to cast a voice in your head. If you don't have it, then you won't be able to put it on page. And I think you were a great assist in that. So
cool. Yeah, I felt that too. Especially towards the end of the first season, I was like, man, I don't know if Casey says some of these phrases. Like, where's he coming up with this? This got to be during our breaks, and he's just listening to me. He's in the back. He's like, all right, so Nate says this. All right, yeah, I'm going to use that for Saul.
I think on some wavelength, you two just connected, both in my head and real life. I don't know, for whatever reason or whatever philosophy you have in life, those two people just...
Yeah, they meld.
They were just perfect together. And, like, same with Tanya. Like,
that was a great
we
choice.
Can't mention who that is, but like whenever when she comes up, it's just another meld there.
Yeah. And me too, though, right? Like me, like I know, like you keep saying like Bird and Tanya and Nate, but like me too, though, because I'm a character in it too. So
anyway,
that's fine. Go to your notes. Let's just go to your
here,
notes. That's fine. Just go to your notes. But it's me too. It's me too, though. It's me too, though. Go to your notes. It's fine.
Yeah.
So what kind of special notes do we have from the brain of Casey Wayland for this episode?
Okay, so I got a couple of things here. Number one, I got this question a lot. Where does Bert's name come from? And I didn't know it when I wrote it, but I figured it out later. It was accidentally. I put this unintentional sublimation, like just. I watched Tremors a long time ago, and I think that name Bert, and synonymous with guns, just got implanted in my head.
Yeah.
And I'm writing it, and I'm like, well, obviously his name's Bert for some reason. I don't know why, but like, and I think it was just that character connected there. So
okay, well then, where'd you come up with Saul?
Saul's biblical.
Oh, I thought it was like
all three main characters
Saul,
have biblical references.
Yeah.
There's people play wordsmith like questionnaires of like trying to figure out what the core characters mean. Yeah. Some people have got pretty close. Some people are off a little bit, but there is some truth to every person's name meaning something. Bert was one of those characters that I thought, oh, this is a cool name, and so
Saul's biblical.
Yes.
Now you don't need to explain it to me because I'm very well versed, but for all those heathens out there, what does Saul's have to do?
That would be me, the heathens.
Yeah, I should have probably wrote that in my notes.
I actually, the little bit I know, Saul's was the name of St. Paul.
Was it not Solomon?
No, it was St. Paul. It was Paul before he got struck by God because he was a persecutor of Christians, and then he changed his name from Saul to Paul and started to become
the apostle.
Yeah.
Okay, because it started off a little rough, but then you like...
I remembered it as he was saying a little bit, and I was like, oh, yeah.
Well, that's cool. I didn't know you put that much thought into the...
There's a lot of little wordsmith things in the characters that certain characters... what I would actually sometimes do is go for the definition of a name, and then they would give me the names from those definitions. So some of those characters come up, and then some of them don't.
What's the definition
of angel? I can't say. But there is a reason for his name as well.
Oh, I think I just got it.
No, you don't.
Man, if I knew it was this much fun.
Dude, I know.
Every
week.
We will eventually get there. It's in the story. We'll eventually get there. Okay,
I know a thing. No, you don't.
I hate to shut you down, but
I appreciate it.
We'll get there.
It's all right.
A couple things. I'll just rattle these off so we don't take up too much time. Bert was pre-diabetic, so that was one of the reasons why he got hypoglycemic. Why he had some health issues beforehand. Weirdly enough, in some ways the zombie apocalypse, quote unquote zombie, saved him in a way.
Because he lost a bunch of weight and stuff.
Yeah, so he was eating better. He was exercising more. He was a kind of a loner. And this gets back to that Bert book that, I hate to say it, is dead. This is sort of a reveal that the Bert book died.
Fans will remember this.
Well,
you made kind of a big to do, Casey.
I tried.
Can I put out a pitch? Not in light of all this news. Can we do like a a Bert. No, like a personal training guy. Like since he used the zombie apocalypse to
exercise.
get himself, yeah, like I think that would be a nice little colored, animated, kind of like semi-graphic novel of Bert showing
Bert's Guide to the World. I don't think for the sake of everybody, that should not be released.
That'd be pretty sweet. Scott would probably love to write that too.
I know.
Oh, he would get his hands involved.
It's like swinging an axe, but he's like swinging an axe like at zombie heads.
Oh yeah,
to
repetitions.
Work
those certain materials.
Right
I like this. I like where this is headed.
He's like
burning with Bert.
You're working the trigger finger.
Thank you, Nightcat. Okay, so. You made a big to-do around the time of the finale about Bert's book.
Okay, so here's what happened, and this is the story that everyone can finally know, is the book was written, I was working with the original author of it, going back and forth. I had an outline that I gave him for all the stuff that I wanted to do. Basically, the book was going to be like simultaneously Bert's backstory exactly that happened before the apocalypse, like him at his home, him getting... not watching the news. He was watching a movie at the time instead of actually watching the news. And he's like, something's going on. I'm not paying attention. And so the whole book was like his backstory of who he was when he grew up, basically paralleling the storyline of him going to his shop and getting trapped in the restroom. So it was that whole like storyline of how it worked out. Mm-hmm. But the problem was when I got it back from the writer, I didn't like it. I felt it didn't work and what was going on. I tried to work with it and fix it. And it just got to the point where I was basically working so hard to rewrite it, it was almost not even, it was just too many changes. So in that instance, it just didn't work out, and I put it on a shelf, and at this point, until we have some sort of rewrite, I'm just going to leave it there. But there was a lot of information in there that got left out, including, and I'll even reveal this guy, which is Bert's stepbrother.
Seth
Scott. Seth Scott was included in that story, his stepbrother, but for the sake of the book, unfortunately, we lost him. So, don't know what that means, but that's who that is.
Oh, there we go. I'm glad we got a close up on that just in case anyone
no
didn't
one
know
can
how to
read
spell
it.
Seth Scott. Oh, thank you, Grayson.
I feel really sad for Seth.
I know. It's kind of sad.
It's like we lost him, but we never knew him.
There's unfortunately a lot of there's just a lot of storylines. Like you develop so much of the characters and backstories, but only a smidgen ever hits the screen because it's like unless you have a reason to say it, you can't. And that's why these backstories would have been great. Like even some of Saul's when he was part of Michael's unit and when they first met for the first time and things like that would have been kind of cool.
That would be really cool to go go follow them during their tour and go through some actual like war shit going on. Like that would
There's some cool backstory stuff that every character has that maybe eventually will come out with, but for now it's just kind of sitting there.
Okay, I have a question as a performer. Like, do you ever find that your backstory that you created for your character opposes the backstory from the person that you casted as the actor playing the character?
Yeah. That happens a lot. Like,
because I had my own backstory for Saul, and granted, it was kind of based loosely on a guy named James Bond, but like that might not have been the backstory that you came up with, but it really worked for me.
That's true. I would say James Bond is more of a womanizer.
That's true.
I would say
I'm saying cool under pressure. Though.
Saul,
that's what I was.
Saul talks James Bond, but it's actually more of a teddy bear.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like he's really got a heart of gold. Like.
You saw that when he wouldn't leave Bert in the bathroom.
Yeah, it's like no.
Freaking Angel's like, well, let's get out of here. I'm scared, bro. Come on, let's get out of here, guys. And he's like, no, we gotta save this guy.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where Saul, like, regardless, Saul's gonna be the heart of the group, and really like he's just gonna put himself out there. And also he's one of the most trained. He has the medic training. He knows, he has a lot more, he was part of a mountain division, so he's actually a lot more soldiering than actually Michael and Angel combined. Because he was more of a soldier than those two.
He killed a zombie like a ninja with a knife in
right
that
in the
story.
eye.
What was that, last week, I think, or 2 weeks ago? Yeah, in the eye with a knife, like a ninja. Silent assassin.
He's good. He knows what he's doing.
I like it.
He's had to do
Guys, I'm right here.
No, it was. I mean, I like I said, You're one of the favorite characters from the series for sure. And we actually had a contest 2 weeks ago asking which character out of the series that we've covered thus far or in the future, which character would you actually want to survive a zombie apocalypse? You were rated number 1.
Among most ladies, too.
That's right.
Oh, so maybe the James Bond thing isn't that far off.
That's true. That's true.
No.
You are easy on the eyes.
Well, thank you, Tony.
Sorry.
Thanks
Just trying
for
to make
making
it
it worse.
Trying to make it as weird as possible.
I don't know how to take that, guys.
Oh, you'll take
Feeling
it.
flushed.
Okay, let's keep it going. We also got a little sneak peek into like kind of the mindset of Lizzie in this episode, which was kind of cool because Mike was talking about how he was kind of getting a little afraid of Lizzie, that she was almost on a revengeful rampage. And Mike had a cool outlook on that. Like, revenge can be really useful, but also really detrimental, especially in that kind of situation. Is there anything from your past or like from the war that made you kind of think that way, or was that just a cool plot
anything
point?
that can distract you and keep you unfocused? Like, here's the thing: is the personal kill thing. I'm not a big fan of revenge in that sense. Where okay, so put it like this. Lizzie's boyfriend was killed by a zombie, and she can project that onto them now and kill them. So maybe that's a theme that people should remember in a way. I'm trying not to spoil too much down the line, but yes. Yeah. That's. Yeah. I'm trying.
I don't know that was a yes
not
answer.
to spoil something.
I don't know that my question was needing a yes. But that's fine. We'll
I
move
danced
on.
around the fire a little bit, and I was like, I just got to get over this. I just got to get
like,
out. Bail.
KC, true or false? I choose B.
Yeah, that's exactly what that was.
I was skating around it. But yes, the revenge thing is something that plays off in the story later on, more so than a personal experience thing.
Okay.
There's the answer to that question.
All right, that makes sense. Well, we leave off. Everyone's in kind of a precarious situation, so I'm excited to see. Oh, I wish I could see if I could ever make one thing a reality, like a real set from the show. I would love to make Bert's gun shop locked and loaded.
yeah.
Like, I would love to see his secret safe. Like, what is it? Or secret room, really?
I see when I see Bert's shop, I see completely wood floors, all the way wood floors. Like, basically, it's almost like an old-timey Western sort of shop. All the guns are like really nicely displayed and everything. And then the back, the actual like room safe is a false wall that you don't know is a real wall.
Right.
Oh, he's getting more James Bondy by the minute.
Yeah. Because
no, he's got like a layer
you
back.
definitely have to
because
have
a lot
it be
of stuff's
secret.
illegal that he has in there. Most of it's illegal, actually. You can't have 50 cal. You can't. That stuff is not allowed to be civilian owned, especially claymores. Like that.
Claymores are illegal.
And he had other stuff in there that may be missing that we might find out about later.
Oh.
That was part of his little
Easter
shop.
eggies.
So there's a lot of little details in there that pay off later for sure.
See, I play too much Grand Theft Auto, so I imagine the guns and ammo store from the game as Bert's shop. But that's my own problem.
with the armor just floating there in the center.
Yeah, exactly. I'll conquer that later. Don't worry about it. But yeah, so we kind of leave the episode off. Everyone's in a somewhat precarious situation. Lizzie and Mike are running around trying to distract the zombies and get them away from the tower.
Super short episode too.
Yeah, 15 minutes.
That was a my bad.
Well, give us more next time, huh?
In the original outlines and the original way they're written, the episode breaks weren't written in. So sometimes you get like longer pieces, sometimes you get shorter ones, and this is one of the ones where it's like,
I have a question.
I'd much prefer, because when you left it, things were like, I'd rather that than to drag it on for like 5 minutes.
exactly. That's you get out when you can.
You lose the steam.
For sure, yeah.
So.
I have a question about the next project. Do we know, or have we announced like how long those episodes are going to be, or?
Oh, for Lockdown?
Yeah, for Lockdown. Like,
Yeah, we can go there. Lockdown. So Lockdown is going to be 6 parts, and each one's going to be approximately 45 to like 55 minutes, depending on there's a commercial break on top of that. So they're pretty long episodes, and originally there were only going to be 3, but they were just way too long. It's going to be easier to release as 6. And matter of fact, even next week, we'll come back on here and we're going to release and let you guys know the release dates for all of them. And not only that, but we will reveal the poster, which has been completed. And right now, the Kickstarter backers have seen it. But and don't share it if you are a Kickstarter backer, but next week, the general public release. So if you're a Kickstarter backer, you get a little extra perk this week.
That's cool. It's a very cool poster.
Oh, I love it. Like it's pretty cool. It's I'm really excited to see it on like the front page of iTunes and stuff like that.
Yeah, that'll be sweet. Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah, it'll be neat.
I got chills. So again, to recap, next week we will be letting you know when the release date is for Lockdown. I can't wait. People are gonna freak out.
Yeah, it's a good show. It's a good not saying we're live.
That's okay.
It's just, you have to build there, and you provided the foundation for us to do the next thing. So
yeah, but me too, right? Like,
so basically, we were like the Titanic, so that they could build better boats.
There you
basically,
go. What you're saying.
Our ship sank.
Our ship sank.
We hit an iceberg.
I feel like it just sailed onto its destination pretty well.
Okay,
yeah, our ship hit several icebergs and did not
just kept
sink.
going. Just
So
blew
we'll
past
just
it.
put it that way.
It blew past it.
Threw up some duct tape real quick. It's all good. Move on to next week.
We had a couple people fall off the boat as we ran in the dock.
We
but
might have pushed them off the boat.
Yeah.
As I said, no one liked them. So get them out of here. We all know who I'm talking about.
Special
Anyway.
content. Oh, what do we got here?
Casey, I do want to remind everyone, if you have any questions for any of us, we know the questions are going to Saul. That's fine. If you have any questions that you have, please put them in the comment section below. We have Rolo and Nightcat working furiously to gather your questions. So please put them in the comment section. We'll be answering them throughout the show.
We should poll the audience because we have a special content they can vote on right now for tonight's episode. Might as well vote now so we can do it afterwards, right?
Okay, we have no tools for voting, but we're going to have you guys vote in the comment section.
Well, they just say which one they want him to read.
That's true, and then Rolo will just pull something out of his butt, and we will play that
They
piece
could just
of
look at generally Michael or generally Saul.
I'm kidding. We're going to do a general vote right now. We'll call this the Florida vote, and I like that because it's timely.
They voted like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but I'm referencing something that happened years ago.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
fine.
So it's not that timely.
I know.
You're like going with like the Bush and Gore.
I know. It's called sarcasm, people. Come on. Even Grayson gets it, and if Grayson gets it, good Lord.
We're not going to let you down. Sorry.
All right.
We're going to let you flop on the
So, what are we voting on?
Oh, so we have his original audition. That would be Nate's audition. Would it be him reading Michael or Saul? So you have the option of either one. Now, people complained last week. They're like, we don't hear any of the auditions of the original characters for their actual characters. So you have the option now.
I like what you're...
Do they even know? Like, I didn't audition for Saul. That was like the Casey on the moment, Johnny spot. Yeah, I'm going to keep you. Just stay right here real quick. So what's going on? Comes back. You mind reading this? Trust me. Just read it. I was like, okay, cool.
Oh, you planned... You came in as Michael. You had no idea.
Yeah, I came in... Because did you send us sides? You did send us sides.
Yeah.
You sent us sides. He sent the sides. I submitted for Michael, and I came in, and I was like ready to go. And I could dash as Michael. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I did.
The voting is gonna be done now.
but Casey was like, wait 1 second, because usually you do an audition, no matter what, you like leave. You're like, all right, I'm done. Cool, gotta get out of here. He was like, you mind hanging around for a bit? I was like, yeah, sure. Why? What's up? And then he like got some sides for me for Saul and was like, take as much time as you need. I looked it over. I was like, okay, yeah, let's do it.
That's awesome.
But put it like this though. In hindsight, which would you rather have been?
At the time, I was really okay. So cut to a few days later, I get a call from Casey, and he's like, hey man, want to tell you some good news, man. Like, I want you aboard the project. Think you're awesome. I was like, oh yeah, cool, sweet. Can't wait to be Michael. He's like, that's the thing. Got you down as Saul. You're gonna be really awesome as Saul. And I'm pretty sure Casey could probably hear the disappointment that happened on the opposite end of the phone, because I was like, really, man, I want to be the lead. And so I was like, okay, give me like a day. I'm gonna like think it over. And he was like, okay, cool. And I went home and I mean, I've said this story before, but like I talked to my girlfriend at the time, and she was like, I was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do it, and she was like, wait, it's zombies, it's radio, it's like it's going to be cool. What are you worried about? Like, do it, have fun. It's like, yeah, but I want it to be the lead. She was like, get over yourself. And I was like, all right. And then I called Casey.
I should call her now and just be like, thank you.
I called Casey the next day and I was like, look, man, my character better be really effing cool. He was like, don't worry, it's going to be the coolest. Like, I really wanted to play Michael. I want a cool character. And he was like, trust me. And that was like the smartest move because I would have not enjoyed playing Michael.
No, man. You were such a perfect Saul. Oh my God.
There was no other role for you. And did it pan out in the end?
Oh, it panned out.
Okay. I don't feel so bad now.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're dealing with genius, because he could see, like, the end game goal. All I saw was that my name was going to be first in the credit sequence. That's all I cared about.
Yeah.
As all good actors do.
Of course.
But then I don't mind my name coming second or third. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, you're a fan favorite. So
we'll have you back on again, obviously, when we get
multiple
further on down the line, and we'll talk more about like how your character evolved and why it evolved and things like that. So we'll save that for the next time. But yeah, definitely, there's a lot. I mean, obviously, you're one of the biggest characters on the show, so. Be awesome.
Okay, so are the votes generally in? We do. We have a winner. Okay. Well, you could say it. No, he's writing it. We're reading Michael. Everyone.
I told you. I knew that was going to sell.
Rolo is saying everyone voted Michael.
Well, now I don't feel so bad that we're not playing the actual character.
To your point, it's absolutely true. We've heard him a lot as Saul.
Yeah.
So now you want to hear me as Michael?
I want to hear him as Michael.
I don't even want to hear me as Michael.
So this is an audition that happened many years ago as Nate reads for the part of Michael, the part he really wanted.
Oof.
Powerful voice that it overpowers us in here a little bit.
I like that.
Do you guys have any questions that he didn't answer?
Nah, I'm good.
Outstanding. Okay, well, go ahead and say your first and last name and the role you're reading for.
How you doing? My name is Nate G's, and I am reading for the role of Michael.
Manly Woods. I'm reading for the part of Angel.
Poor girl.
Cares.
Excuse me? You, of all people, should have some sympathy.
You jeopardize everyone's life by letting them in. You could have not made it to this door in time, and everyone upstairs would be dead or worse by now. Sympathy aside, this is an entirely different situation.
Maybe I took a risk, but we saved the person. It could have ended badly, but it didn't.
Some use that girl's going to be to us anyway. She's a mess. What good will come of this?
What good is she to us? You know, you better shut your fucking mouth before I shut it for you. At this point, I don't care what bars are on your shoulder.
Look, you may not like it.
That wasn't you got some dude. Michael was sass.
He was sassy, Mike.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was intimidating.
Complexion of the entire trajectory of the story.
It really
would have. Yeah, it would have changed everything. And I'm like, I don't want to go there.
Yeah.
And
Ooh,
that
was
changed.
Intense.
Because Michael would still have been like, all right, guys, now shut the fuck up, okay?
Yeah.
Like, but Saul is very... Like, oh shit!
People
hey,
quiet.
Guys, quiet down. Quiet
People
down.
would have quieted. They probably would have listened more.
This guy's not fucking around. He will stab us with a knife. Shut your mouth.
Like, who we're more afraid of, the guy with the knife or the zombies?
Yeah, for real.
I'll go with the zombies.
Oh man.
That's why we had to make you like fun loving. Like, I'm not gonna kill anybody here. You know.
Yeah, I got it. I know. Now you're genius, man. That was a smart move.
That was intense. I'm still shocked. Very cool though.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. We actually
that was a weird day. That was such a crazy day. Cause like,
how come?
Well, because we got basically all of our principal cast in one casting session, which is unheard of.
That's impressive, actually.
And the fact that we cast everybody, there was only like 1 or 2 people we swapped out. Like Lizzie, we ended up going with somebody else for her, but that was like the only role
somebody else
that we ended up replacing.
Yeah,
was Lizzie. Well, I don't want to say her name, but
I got a question, man. Did you when you were choosing who to bring in, did you just look at the photos? Did you watch the reels?
Oh, from the auditions?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. How do we make our selections? It's a lot of... It's... no, actually, crazily enough, like, I hate to say it, but you do look at photos because how somebody sounds does reflect on how they look. I mean, I don't care who's going to say it. I can almost envision somebody's... Maybe it's just me because I'm weird, but I can almost envision what their voice sounds like by looking at their face.
Yeah.
And it's not uncommon to be able to, like, you know what, I'm thinking... Because just by looking at your picture, I was like, okay, he probably has a medium-range, low voice that is going to be really warm. So let's bring him in.
Do you remember what your headshot looked like back then?
I do. I have it actually still.
He was a big head. That's what I remember. It was like really big.
You were in a black wife beater.
Oh yeah, with the tattoo.
Don't ask him how I remember this.
Yeah. Well, he's got it over his bedtime. Him and Blair worked that out. We don't have to ask him about that.
2KC with love.
Yeah, I do remember that headshot. Yeah, that was it was a very militaristic headshot. Now that I think about it, I do remember that one.
That makes sense.
But the head was still really big. I remember that in all of my headshots. It's just really big.
I don't think you have a big head. Is it just
in the shots, man? They're big. I'm like, whoa, is that my head? Which is why I really enjoyed my time with We're Alive because I didn't have to watch my head.
You could come in with pajamas and it was like, no one cares. We're all good here. Because you would come in off of like you'd almost come from work.
Yeah. Like
you were bartending, right?
Yep, bartending would come like the bartender the night before, drive out on my motorcycle at that.
Yeah,
I was dead tired.
Yeah, I don't know how you did it.
So, but mustered it up, and by the end of the day, I was always like, man, this day went fast. It's like I just want to keep it going.
You get amped up. It's a cool experience.
Yeah, I loved it. Absolutely.
That's cool, man. That's really cool. So, do we have?
We have video too. Actually, we got some.
We do have some.
We got some
special
behind
content.
the scenes stuff from.
We've got
from you.
so much special content this week. We never have this much special content. We had a lot of special content last week.
It's almost like we're getting better.
I know. I hope I didn't see any tweets, but I hope people took our guidance last week and didn't go watch that movie that Tammy and I were both talking about because I just refreshed my memory and I popped in my DVD that I have at home and I was like, oh, well, there she is. There she is.
Basically, it's like 2 degrees away from a porno. So.
Yeah, Tammy and I were in the same movie like 6 years ago.
Wow.
And it's called MILF. And
enough said.
Well, she did not play the custodian.
So anyway, those videos.
Moving on. What do we got on there?
What do we got? I'm curious.
Here we go. They're queuing them up.
Zombies have evolved. Like for so long that they've been stagnant. They were always slow. That's how they talk. They didn't really strike fear. But we'd evolved not only as a culture, but as a viewing culture. People openly changed how zombies were viewed, and because of that, it's been this nice fascination. Oh, we can change this story world. It's challenging. Would be those 7:45 a.m. drives to Orange County, and the rest of the cast knows it is a big challenge for me. Yeah, that's it. Oh my God.
Hey, so let's settle down, Jason Mraz. What are we doing, huh? You got a ukulele back there? What are we doing?
Man, I don't know. I guess I took...
You're playing it cool, just real cool.
No, I'm pretty sure I stole Bruno Mars's style that day. I was just like, okay, what would Bruno Mars do?
Yeah.
He'll find some blue. It was a blue hat.
It was a blue hat.
It was like a blue derby-ish hat.
How dare
2012? 20, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that hat was probably from 1912.
What live show was that from?
That was the second one. That was
that
when
was
we
the-
did at the end of season 3-ish. Yeah, around there.
Oh, okay. I think that's the one that I hosted, right?
Yeah. It was you hosted that one, and
Probably the best live event we've ever done. So. Well, that was also good.
we just don't have footage from that one because
we don't have any footage.
We have very little footage because we had a camera error.
Oh no!
Yeah, it was really.
That's terrible.
It was a car.
There was like 80 of us on stage. It felt
I
like.
know that.
And it was Greg and I hosting that year.
Yo, I know all these things.
Hey, that must really sting having Greg host a live event.
Yes, it does.
Because me, it's like, whatever, it's just Tony. But Greg.
Yeah, I'm going to blame the camera 2 right now.
follower
Camera
Greg.
2 is the one that we're using. The SD cards that we got, brand new SD cards, were too new for the camera. And it was like, we couldn't record. And like literally, we're doing chapter like 47 live when he's like, I can't hit the record button. And I'm like, oh, well.
That's terrible.
I can't do anything at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you got to roll with it. What are you going to do? It's live. Maybe some of the fans have it recorded from...
Maybe they did what they weren't supposed to do and record it.
Oh, well, of course they did. It's the internet. If you have a recording, please send it to us. We'll give you so much swag. We'll hook it up.
We have some clips. Thankfully, Grayson's dad was there, and he took a lot of stuff with his company. So we do have some extra footage there.
Oh, that's cool.
So we do have some stuff.
Just not
but
the full broadcast.
We're missing the main camera stuff, and it's like, it's such a pain. But
that sucks.
I know.
Ugh.
I know. It's just one of those things. It's like it happens.
Yeah.
I was super excited to share it online, but stuff happens.
Well, I'm glad that we have that video at least because that hat was too good.
Yeah, I mean, I wish that video would have got caught with the new SDI card. That would have been really good not to have recorded proof that I wore that hat.
Oh, that wasn't so bad. I mean,
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It was bad. It was bad. Don't let him lie to you. Hey, do we have any viewer questions? That's what I'm trying to get. We have a few of them. All right, let's knock a couple out. And then we'll talk about some giveaways. Oh, my favorite part, the giveaways.
you know what? Add that to the pile.
Oh.
Maybe I'll start doing that. Maybe I'll just give out my notes of what because some stuff hits the air, some stuff doesn't. So if you win, I'll give you my notes for the day. How's that sound?
Sweet. Casey doesn't want to walk to the trash can, so we're gonna mail this. We're gonna mail this to
I thought it'd be cool. Give it back. You know what? Give them the option.
I'm gonna pass out. Oh man, no, this is cool. This is really cool.
I fucking hate you.
If you need any scrap paper, we'll be supplying that too. We've got number 5 lead pencils. We'll also be giving out. They're paper mate. Don't worry about it. Apartment 2C, bringing you office supplies. Do we? Oh, I'm so red right now. Oh god. Do we have? What's our first question, Nightcat?
Okay, so Michael B would like to know, Nate, what got you into We're Alive?
What got me into We're Alive? Why did I? Because I looked at it and I was like, who doesn't like a zombie story? There was that, and
There weren't too many back then, actually.
no, there weren't
This is
really
before
any.
that show.
Actually,
Yeah,
back
2009,
then.
there was, like,
wasn't-
pretty
well,
barren.
Was it 2009 that we auditioned?
Uh-huh.
Was it okay? So
Yeah, you guys auditioned in April
or
2009.
April. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I remember seeing a post on it, and the whole idea of doing radio recorded was something that I had never done.
Mm-hmm.
I had done a bunch of film projects and stuff like that, but I hadn't done anything like that. And I was like, this sounds awesome. Let me try it. And I mean, who wouldn't want to hear this voice? No, trust me.
It's golden. It's golden.
I loved it. I wrote a lot of it.
Yeah,
It was fun.
I appreciate it.
Saul was one of my favorite characters to write. I gotta admit, it was so easy to write his stuff too. Like there's some scenes where I'm just like pouring my intensity onto the page, and I'm like, I don't have to worry about Nate pulling this off. I'm just gonna get it on there.
Yeah, there were a few of them that I was like, man, like I would because sometimes we would get the scripts. Usually we would get the scripts like a week or two in advance. But sometimes like Casey was making adjustments, and you would send strips a little later, and I'd be like, what is he doing to me? This is gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. So
I didn't give you the easy route, but then
No,
again,
no,
for good
definitely not.
reason. For good reason.
Yeah.
handled it.
Yeah. All right, next question, Nightcap.
Okay, we got a question from Lost Chance.
What's up, Lost Chance?
This one's for Casey, and she would like to, she or he, I don't know actually, would like to know, Casey, aside from your We're Alive cast, what voice actors are you a big fan of?
Oh, good question.
Voice actors? I don't know if I can really answer that per se, because I can't really differentiate voice actors from actors. Like, I just think it's all kind of in the same sort of, like, you know, an actor is an actor.
Yeah.
Whether using your voice or using your body, it's all the same.
It's-
In terms of people who particularly like their voice, I'm a huge fan of Jim Dale. Jim Dale, I believe, is one of the best narrators of all time. Same with David Attenborough. I gotta, you know, anybody. It's most of the people who have really good acting ability as well. I would love to work with like Gary Oldman. Would be an amazing thing.
Yeah.
There's just so many good voice actors out there. I just can't like narrow them down.
Has Gary Oldman ever done an animated? Like, I don't think he's ever done anything.
I can't think of anything.
I can't think of anything.
Well, if anybody knows him,
Like,
send him my way, and I would be more than happy to go to England to work with him.
We will re-record Lockdown immediately.
I will find
what
something.
the great pitch would be? Gary, you play all the characters, and he would run with it.
You know what? I weirdly enough, I actually I have a weird scene that I wrote for some offbeat project where basically it was one person's mind splitting into like 5 different characters, and they all become different people. And because it's an audio drama, you hear it all in your head, and so you're hearing all these characters split off. So that would be something like that for it.
So you base it on my ex-girlfriend?
Oh. She became multiple men? Just
whoa.
That's it.
What are you into,
That
man?
was a plot twist right there.
I forgot. Maybe I didn't mention it was a guy.
Okay.
That wasn't there before. Okay, enough.
We got to talk afterwards. There's a bar next door.
We're gonna go.
We'll figure this. We'll have some after.
We got
after
time
thoughts.
for one more question. We'll do a couple more at the end of the show, but I want to get to some contests. So what's the next question there, Nightcat?
Okay, we got Joshua Kaiser, who would like to know, Nate, what are you doing now?
Joshua, what's up, man?
Josh, that was the next segment. You know,
Josh,
hey, Josh, I got guest plug. Right there on the show flow. What are you doing to me, man? You want the host job? What am I even doing here?
Josh knows. Well, I just wrapped independent film called A Theory of Time Travel. There's actually a trailer of it on YouTube somewhere. I don't actually have the URL, but I'm sure you guys could send a link to it.
We can put it in the comments.
That hopefully will be released sometime in the summer.
In the summer, okay.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited for the people.
And what part do you play in that?
I play Jim the bartender, actually. Yeah. So
okay.
It was like a little true to life, a little too true to life. But yeah, I'm in the trailer. It's fun. It's a really trippy, cool, very smart science fiction, lo-fi science fiction film. And then I have a couple of writing projects that I can't really talk about. But yeah.
Cool, man.
Did you like mix any drinks on set? Like, you know, I know what I'm doing back here too.
No, I purposefully tried to be the worst bartender
really?
I possibly could. Like, cause I was like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna give them the goods. No. I'm gonna be a horrible bartender because I didn't get the chance to do that in real life. So it was fun to do that.
Did you drop anything
in the film? Oh yeah. Oh, I fucked up so many times.
Oh, perfect.
I have a bartending question. Something I've struggled with my entire life. Well, not my entire life because that would be illegal. But since I've been drinking and going to bars, 7 years old, what do?
Cerveza.
I know. How dare you, cerveza? How did you know?
Yo comprendo poquito.
When you go to a bar and they make you a drink, how much should you tip? $1, $2, $3?
I don't know.
What's a good tip for a bar? Because I was like, he gave me a beer. I mean, he grabbed it and popped it and put okay. Here's what are we doing?
It's $1 drink.
It's
worth a buck.
That's worth a buck, right?
That's worth a buck.
Okay. See, because I was told I'm a cheapskate. Because if it's a beer pop, it's $1. If it's like a cool drink, I'll give them $2 or $3.
Yeah, that's usually,
is that all right?
Yeah, I think that's all right.
You know what you do? You open a tab and just tip 18 to 20%. Much easier.
You're the man.
He's the genius.
That's why you're the genius.
You don't because here's the thing: you'll end up spending more if you tip per drink than if you just do it and put it all on a tab. And also, they don't have to deal with like cash on the table then too.
Who knew that Apartment 2C brought you also life advice?
Dude, I'm telling you, life advice, behind the scenes, paper supplies. We've got it, you guys. We've got it on lockdown.
Hey, circle.
Plugging things.
Oh, goodness. So I wanted to talk really quickly about the contest for next week. Every week we give something out. The fans have to do something either easy or kind of goofy, and they get entered to win a prize. And this week's prize...
Trash, apparently.
Is No. The backbone of this show is what it is. It is those notes that has been inside Nate's shirt.
That's actually probably going to be worth more than the notes at this point.
That's true. So we're giving away a combo, a trio, if you will.
A little Nate G's DNA has rubbed off on there now.
We've got Casey's notes. Look at what you have me doing.
I don't know why you had to unfold it that people see my horrible chicken scratch.
You've done this to yourself. We have Casey's notes. Okay? I could hear the applause from the internet on that one. They're just gasping in excitement. We also have this super cool pin, which has a symbol that we cannot talk about right now. We definitely cannot talk about, but if you're a fan of the show, you know what the symbol is, and it's super cool. And we also have an original dog tag that we gave out at the We're Alive finale events, or live events. This one is from 2014. I survived, We're Alive.
Yeah, we had those made special for the event.
Yeah, so only if you were at the event could you get these. It's a very cool prize. So we've got, once again, the dog tag, the pin, and the notes. Very exciting, very exciting. All you have to do to win all those goodies, go on any of our social media channels, any one at all. You can go on our Twitter, you can go on our YouTube, you can go on our Facebook. Could they go in the forums? Is there a forum thread that we could post this in, or no? Stay away from that, just social channels?
We could. Let's maybe keep it one spot.
You know what? Let's just keep it in social channels instead, okay? So all you have to do is whose backstory would you like to hear and why? So which character from the series, it can be any character from the series, which character's backstory would you want to hear and why?
And you can add in anything extra you want, any theories to the backstory, anything to make this comment special, feel free. Limited characters on Twitter, of course, but Facebook, you get some more room.
Right, and it's very important that you hashtag Apartment2C, hashtag APT2C, that way we can find it. So hashtag Apartment2C, which backstory would you like to hear from which character and why? My personal, I would probably pick Bert. I would love to hear Bert's backstory, maybe in like a book form or something like that. It'd be like I think it'd be a big hit. Is that me? Is that just me?
I can give you my notes and the pile of shit I had to deal with. So there you go.
No, I bet. I can't even imagine how hard it is to write a book. I hated doing book reports, so can't imagine.
Well, it wasn't that it was horrible, it just did not work.
Right.
Like, it didn't work for the character, and I think it didn't do justice. So, and if any time I feel like something isn't doing justice to the story or characters, I have no problem killing it.
No, you have a high level of quality standards.
You have to. Good. Otherwise, you dilute the medium to a point where no one enjoys the characters and stuff anymore, and we all have seen those series out there.
Oh. Yeah, every Sunday.
I wasn't talking about that, but that's okay.
I was.
I don't watch that show.
God.
Because apparently anything that I watch will get stuck in there, like that Bert name thing, so I can't watch that show.
Good, don't.
Still can't.
Yeah, the first season, great. Other than that, it's just downhill.
So have you never watched it?
No.
I watched the pilot. It was a very well-written pilot, but...
No, the first season's so good.
The problem is, I'm a huge Frank Darabont fan. Like, I loved what he did with Shawshank. Okay. Green Mile was pretty good. The Mist was one of the most compelling horror movies I've ever seen.
Good, yeah.
He's an incredible, incredible guy, and I was thoroughly looking forward to seeing it, but then I just can't. It's just I'm gonna have to wait till my deathbed, apparently.
Yeah, no, definitely. Stop laughing, everyone. I don't know if you can hear. I don't know if you can hear Nightcat back there cackling, but she cackles, and when she cackles, I cackle. Moving on. So we're gonna answer a few more questions, but as a reminder, send those in. Which character's backstory would you like to hear on any of our social channels? #Apartment2C.
Who knows? Maybe I'll be listening.
That's true.
I don't know, because you never know. I mean, we can always create more content, so the future is... You never know what the future holds.
That's true, man. That's good. I like that. What other questions we got there, Rolo and Nightcat?
Okay, so for the contest, we have a question, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is from Free Warrior 2. Don't know what happened to Free Warrior 1, but we have...
Let's just say that
He's
Free
not so
Warrior
free
1
anymore.
No.
Okay, so Free Warrior 2 would like to know, this contest, will it be for future characters or the characters that have only been introduced so far?
Future characters, all encompassing.
Everybody, yeah.
Oh, can I make a plug right now?
Absolutely.
I kind of want to know Ink's backstory, like full backstory.
Ooh, yes.
That would be a great one.
Absolutely. Look at what is
That
this?
would be a
What are you
great
doing there? What are you doing there, Casey? What is this? He's twiddling his thumbs. As
I'm
if
not saying a word now. I've learned my lessons.
Well,
Many
he's not
times
drinking.
on
I don't
this
know
show.
if you've seen the earlier episodes. We let Casey have half a beer, and he was just throwing the series secret.
It was
Just
2.
spoilers
It was
left
2.
and right. Grayson's over there slamming the switches off to turn the live stream down. It was bad. Man.
Whatever, it happens.
The only thing that matters, though, is you tip the guy who brought you the bear.
20%.
Oh!
Yeah, baller! Forget that 15. Yeah, no.
I know, Grayson didn't get anything. Actually. He put it on the corporate card, so technically we're paying for it 20%. I might as well just put the 20.
Tip yourself.
Yeah.
Ink's backstory would be legit. I would love that. Yeah. So to answer your
may
question,
or may not be some things in lockdown about him.
Oh, I can't really see.
It's all.
You see what you did? And he's not even drinking tonight. There may or may not be.
Cannon.
That's very exciting. There may or may not be things in lockdown about Ink. If you know who Ink is, if you are a fan of the show, you better be on your A game when lockdown comes out because it's very exciting.
What? Yeah.
No. Go ahead.
No. I'm gonna be quiet because I don't want to ruin it.
Okay.
We can talk after the cameras go off.
Yeah.
So again, any character from the entire series, let us know which character's backstory you want to hear. #Apartment2C on any of our social channels. Next
Who about
question,
you?
Nightcat.
Who would you like to hear besides Ink? Because that was his. What was yours?
I said Bert.
Bert. Okay.
Yeah. I would love.
You
Bert.
weren't joking about that.
No.
I thought it was okay.
No. Legit. I love Bert's character. I love his whole thing. I mean, we got a little hint of it with the handgun and how he was even knocked out and still wouldn't let his Shirley go. Well, I don't think we called it Shirley yet, but F it. He named.
Hey, wait a minute here. I don't get a pass.
Hey, he's a guest of the show.
Did you? Okay. Can I say mine real quick?
Yeah.
I want to do Angel. Angel, I think, is one of the most... Yeah, you can have problems with him now, but he actually has a lot of stuff in his past that awesome. is very thick for his character. Like, why is he a dick at this point? Why? Because what is his background? Like, where does he come from? That kind of stuff we glaze over in the series.
You know, I forgot about that, but yeah, you're absolutely right. There's would be really interesting.
Yeah.
And it's not like... I actually have the stuff, and he was one of the ideas for one of the books, so who knows? There could be still stuff coming out in the future.
That's awesome. That's okay, cool. Yeah, I like that answer. Cool. All right, next question, Nightcat.
Okay, Casey, how long does it take you to write a chapter on average?
Seriously, chapters, and the people are going to be like, what? 2 weeks was about all I took for chapters. About 60 pages took about 2 weeks. And the thing is, they could not take longer than that because our production schedule wouldn't allow it. So I had to, I go from editing Thursday, Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday sometimes, depending on how it go, and then Monday, Tuesday, possibly Wednesday would be writing the script.
Oh, man.
But outlining ahead of time was where everything made it easy because when all the ideas are there, you're just putting words on the page at that point. and it's much easier at that.
So did you use the hiatus to outline the
yeah.
entire season?
Well, the hiatus is actually when I did some traveling too. Like when we were doing preparation for other seasons, I'd actually go to the locations to do research.
Scouting. Yeah,
like for lockdown, actually, during our last hiatus, I actually went to jail and did research in a jail. Where
Is this his way of saying that like he got arrested?
Yeah,
like,
what's going on?
Nice,
No,
like the nice way of saying it.
Oh,
Like I not with the jail.
I'm
Just some
researching.
research.
So, you know, I
those two bears.
I got a
and all that.
little drunk and disorderly charge.
it's kind of scary. Like the picture.
You leaning forward and looking at me, it's kind of scary.
Like
I mean, for sure, don't do that.
No, they would like.
I feel like
they
I'm
would
in
stare
jail
at you. They'd like look through the glass and like stare at you and like that literally that image where they're like staring at the window just watching all day long. That's what they do.
Ugh.
Like because that's all you got. So yeah,
Man.
it was intense, but a very very good experience.
I've never been to jail, so I don't know.
It's when you go there, you see how weird and sort of screwed up our criminal justice system is in some ways. You kind of learn that it's not. I don't want to get political here, but when you're inside, all those politics go away.
How long were you inside?
I was only there for like a day visit. Nothing long. I didn't stay overnight. It wasn't like a program where I'm staying in a cell,
Right.
or something like that. I probably would enjoy that because I'd be like, it's really quiet. I can write in here.
Only you would find comfort in absolute solitude.
I'd be like outlining stuff on the walls. Like this is the most work I've ever gotten done.
That whole lean forward action though. Do we have any questions left? We got time for a couple more.
Yeah.
Two more, in fact.
We have Psychedelic Alice,
Ooh.
who would like to know, will the series ever be translated into a comic book?
As of currently, no, but maybe in the future we could be up for that. I mean, I'm not against adapting the storyline and having them be in other mediums. It's what we can provide new to that medium that is really important because as we've covered audio dramas and we've really done a really good way of defining the medium in that way. If we're creating comic books and it's the same story, it's a little more uninteresting. So maybe some of the side stories and backstories could be done in comic book form versus like a novel form or something. So there's always ways of expanding the medium and doing a little bit new stories in those ways. So I'm totally open to the idea, and I'm always looking for people submitting stuff. And some people have submitted me some artwork and things, but it's one of those things where it's like we just have too much going on right now to add on something else.
Yeah, you got a lot on your plate.
Some projects on the horizon that we'll be able to. Maybe we'll talk about more next week too. I might be able to reveal the next project I'm working on.
That'll be exciting. Okay, one last question.
Oh, we got two.
Okay, Rolo. All right, Rolo's giving me the
we have
two
we have a
fingers.
special guest. We can extend.
We'll extend.
Okay, so we got a question from Koi Moon, and it was, Casey, was it hard to figure out the zombie traits?
No, a lot of it comes from just kind of a study of evolutionary biology and like understanding the progression of species and how they differentiate and become certain things. So if you treat them as if they were their own sect or species, then no, it becomes a lot easier then because you're not confined by something
like human.
When they sort of become their own in that way, once you change, you're no longer this species, if that makes sense. So that greatly helped my influence in story writing, and also it kind of came from sort of, I hate to have the just inspiration of dinosaurs, but Jurassic Park I think was one of those great mediums that brought dinosaurs to a new level by increasing their intelligence. And I think that was something that I wanted to bring into the zombie world, so to speak, is intelligence is actually one of the greatest threats that anybody could ever face. So if you combine that with their raw talent, then you get something pretty cool.
Can you imagine zombie dinosaurs? Ooh. Raptors opening doors, screeching and stuff.
Ooh.
That's all I'm thinking about this whole time. I was staring at you thinking like,
but they wouldn't
that would be terrifying.
Would they? I guess they'll still move fast, huh? They'll still move fast, zombie raptors.
They could. They wouldn't work in our world.
Hey, man. Hey, Raptors? Yeah, they move real fast. Undead or not, they're moving.
Tony says this from the movies he's seen where just CG raptors are running and they're not real. Like,
yeah, dude.
I hate to break it to you, but the real ones were about like this tall.
What do you mean? In real? Wait, oh, like actually,
the
that walk
real
the earth?
ones were like this tall. They're not very tall.
Okay, well, see, I hate real life. That sucks. See, I wouldn't be scared. What are you gonna bite my ankles? I kick him in the face. Even I can get my leg up that high.
You see what happens like with the compies of that one guy when they same thing.
Punch every compy in the face.
Yeah,
little Dane Cook for your ass.
For only so
anyway. Now, okay, this is our last question now, Rolo. Okay, we got bedtimes here. What are we doing? It is late.
Meredith is waiting, watching at home.
No, she's not watching. She is mini golfing.
Okay. So Frank Pizzi, is there ever going to be a chance for a live-action mini-series?
I would love that. Everyone's like, it's the medium question again. It's like, yes, I'd love to do it, but what can we provide new? And also, and I also would hate to say it, but this is every studio coming at you and responding. How is this going to be different than the other things that are currently out there? So if you can't answer that question succinctly, then it's not going to happen. And
the problem is the answer. I mean, the answer is obviously the story is better. Like this story is so rich in content and characters. This story is better than anything that's out there zombie related, in my opinion. But I don't think that's going to be enough to.
Well, because here's the thing: is when you pitch these things, no one actually knows the story you're pitching. They just assume it's going to be like the other thing because they don't read or listen or things like that.
They're not going to listen to 3 weeks worth of content.
The best way of this ever happening is if somebody was actually a fan of the show or were aware of it and then wanted to be like, hey, let's make an adaptation of this because we respect what's there.
Okay, so like just riffing here, but like
Sure.
what if someone came to you and was like, okay, what would be your direction? Would you take the original source material and extrapolate from it, or take the original source material and do like a cover to cover reenactment?
I would do something slightly different. I would take the story at its core. I would pull some things out that we don't need, and then I would simplify it a little bit. And also, I would. I
love the angel hate that's happening
here.
I'm just going to glaze over. One of the things I think would be really kind of cool, and this is one of the concepts for pitching it for TV, that is that you could sort of have like the GoPro experience from it in some ways, because if you are experiencing We're Alive in the perspective of the soldiers and it's a first-person narrative of everything, well, wouldn't it be interesting if it was just basically documented, instead of them writing in a journal, it's them documenting everything on a camera and it's more of a first person. That way you could actually get away from some of these special effects, intense things, and you're with there in the characters, and I think that would be one of the most true like adaptations of something like that.
Okay, that's actually a really cool pitch.
Yeah, so it kind of like the helmet cam concept in a way, but a little hybrided version of it.
Now I'm thinking of the We're Alive video game, like We're Alive meets Call of Duty.
Well, the only character that anyone's gonna pick is Saul. Let's just be honest.
That's true.
Well, Bird will get a lot of love.
That would be so sick to be Bird.
Bird.
Was it like 2 years ago, the idea of making a sort of like a battle defense game came up, and I actually like ran down, like made all the stats for some of the characters and like what it would actually be and all these different things, like, and it was pretty cool because it would be like an RPG game where you're raising characters and you raise them up, and then all of a sudden you might find some of our characters from the story that join your colony, like they're out in the wasteland and things like that.
Dude, you could do like a D&D sort of thing with that.
Yeah.
There is
get a board and some cards out there.
Not a fan, but a friend of the show, Ivan, actually already does that, so I wouldn't want to step on his toes in that area. This was more of an app assisted kind of thing.
Okay, cool. That's cool.
But yeah, no, there's a lot of cool stuff and a lot of things we could do with the intellectual property, but we just we have to get there first. Like one step at a time. But I do believe if we keep on course and we keep coming out with these stories and doing more and more content, eventually it's just going to grow. I mean, it has no direction but up if we continue making great content to go along with it.
If you continue making great content.
It's a team effort.
Hey man, they're not in the writer's room.
Put him in, his writer's room's a prison room.
Just lock me up and throw away the key and be like,
that's true.
I'd be like, all right, I'm a workaholic, I can deal with this.
If we did not get to your question, or you have any other questions that you've just now thought of, questions are capped. However, do you have a Twitter account?
I am a little off of social media right now.
Every guest we have, they're like, Twitter.
Little off of social
I'm
media
holding.
right now.
I'm holding back to see if that's even a thing.
Yeah,
yet. It's a thing.
Just a little off for right now.
Okay, all right. Fair. Well, hit us up on Twitter. Casey and myself are on Twitter quite frequently.
Yeah, I'm at Wayland Prod, P-R-O-D, so W-A-Y-L-E-N-D, P-R-O-D. Oh, he's already got me there. Okay, never mind.
Am I up there too? I can't. I have terrible vision.
Yeah, it's underneath your name.
Boom. There you go. Look at that. I really can't read that. The screen's so far away. I have terrible vision. The glasses apparently
Do you need to
don't
lean
help
forward,
at all.
Tony?
No, stop. Stop. It's really creepy. So make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I can't stress that enough because when we go live, you'll get a notification and you'll be alerted. And also, if you are interested in listening ahead, go check us out on audible.com and on iTunes. All the entire 5 seasons are there. 4 seasons.
The 5th season could be construed as Lockdown, which we'll talk about next week. Which, by the way, the poster that reveal, awesome. Coming.
I can't wait. Also, by next Monday at 9:30 p.m., make sure to go on any of our social channels and let us know which character's backstory you want to hear about, and make sure to hashtag Apartment2C. It's pretty simple, and you get some 2 really cool prizes and Casey's notes. So I had to get one more in.
Tony, did I show you this note right here?
Hey, how dare you? You didn't see what he was doing behind that piece of paper, and that's not nice.
Did you tell them that they have to get their entries in by Monday?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Monday at 9:30 p.m. Grayson's laughing. Monday at 9:30. Please submit your submissions for this pin, this dog chain, and the notes, and we'll all sign them. What did I say? Dog chain? Is that dog tags? Sorry, not a dog chain. Dog tags.
It could be for chain for Chihuahua or something like that.
That's true. That's true. I'll put it on my little Chihuahua. Anyway, Nate, thank you so much for joining us, man.
Yeah, thank
You're
you
a
very
hit.
much.
You're a hit.
I'm going to talk for myself again.
And good luck on the independent film. It's coming out this summer. What's it called again?
Yes, Theory of Time Travel.
Theory of Time Travel. Go on YouTube and type in Theory of Time Travel.
It's going to be great.
And check out that trailer. We'll have to share it on our Twitter account at We're Live.
Yeah, we'll share it there, and also we'll have it in the comments below.
Okay, cool.
Or the description text.
Absolutely. Next week, terrible news. Terrible news. Probably going to ruin you. You're probably not even going to watch next week. I will be out of town on family vacation, so I won't be here, unfortunately. And I can't stress enough how much I apologize.
I wonder. We'll talk about this later, but maybe next week. Rick, we'll see.
Oh, okay. We're scratching our throats. If it happens, Grayson will have to sit in this chair, and I can't tell you how much that bothers me. It rocks my core.
Do you want me to sit there and Grayson will sit here?
Oh, I would love that idea.
I can do that.
Grayson's going to be so mad.
Whatever it happens, though, Grayson should dress up as Angel if he sits in the chair. That would be amazing.
It would be a good idea for me not to be here. He's dressed up as Angel, because I've got so much hatred flowing towards that guy right now. Seriously, man, you're a star of the show, and we cannot wait to have you back on. Ooh. You got a great character, and I'm excited to see where you go. I mean, that's ridiculous. I know where you go, but for those out there, they're excited to see where your character goes.
Awesome.
KC, a doll as always. We got Rolo and Nightcat sweating back there, working their asses off. Thank you so much, Rolo and Nightcat. Grayson does something here. Grayson Stone literally runs this production.
Yeah, he's the producer of the show.
He's the producer of the show. I've always loved to give Grayson crap. I don't know why he's so nice.
We need to put one of the things. One of our improvements is putting credits on.
We do. They need credits.
We're going to get there eventually.
Maybe let them know what Rolo and Nightcat.
We'll be like, we'll just make sure that Grayson Stone is like in there, as
Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do old fashioned. Like we'll just move the board up and down for our.
Hey, are you gonna get a close up of this, Grayson, so they know how to spell your name, like Seth? Grayson.
It's an anagram for if you go Gary's son.
Well,
whoa.
Okay. All right.
Well, his dad's name's Gary.
You know what?
So it makes sense.
Okay.
I thought that was one of the coolest things ever. I was like, you anagrammed your son. He's like, maybe.
Okay. All right. Hey, we'll hopefully see you next week. I won't be here, so I'll see you in a couple weeks. Make sure to get those submissions in for the character that you'd like to hear the backstory on in our social channels. And as always, we are here live at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe right down there or like right down here, wherever the subscription box is. And we'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.